Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. Can you do that? I don't know if we can do that. We'll have to just give it a test. Chart of Peace. Add it to the list of things I need to remember to do at the end of the stream. If not, we can always make a command that's just like test, and then if Streamlabs doesn't respond to test, then we know something's wrong. Okay, let's go for him. How's it going? Well, we've lost Cyno, so that's great. Great start to the the Cyno quest. We were having a good, happy time, and now everything's gone weird. You're here? I thought you were going after... I guess you lost their trail. We went to Cyrus's house, no one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived. He didn't say where he was going. No, he left us a letter and told us not to go after him. Ignore shares what you learned from Zaha Hadid. Can't say I'm surprised. Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates and progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time. Ooh. I did some ancient text for similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match. Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. Turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif. Meanwhile, RF managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking resemblance and was well educated. Oh, striking presence. Apparently the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for more. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter. I see, so it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally. So how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is? He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone. Nafis and Arif have gone to meet the Corps of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nafis admitted the Temple of Science and the Academia is just a facade. The true Temple of Science once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia, but as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. Temple of Science felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Well, that's a long time. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Science has been guardians of King Deshra's civilization and belief system. They travelled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path. The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge, and so they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth. Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years. So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Science if they left centuries ago? I'll bet that's a question that bothers Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush. Whoever's behind this getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step in their plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter. He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans. As the desert is where the Temple of Science originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went. I have to go after him. Really? Are you sure that's a good idea? With how you responded to the heat, why don't we send someone else? I should be fine as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon... Everyone, I have news from the Corps of 30. Master. Oh, so that's Nafis, Tignari's master. Well, we're finally getting to meet him in person. Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you, Kaiko and Paimon. Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamaja Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Ribat. I'm going to suggest you join forces with the Corps of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from the Archive from Mankave, the Temple of Science is involved. The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I'm ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy. I wanted to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action. I understand where you're coming from, Master, but I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile or risk making things worse. Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands and... Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely. We cannot afford to lose them. Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered. Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Now, Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Yorka. Kave, Scribe, I'll hide them. I'll like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana. Dinari, you're planning to go to the desert, correct? I am. Kave, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and I'll hide them. Well, if you're sure. Okay, but be careful. I thank you all. Arav, let's go. You better get going. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it. Will do. Let's go to Ignari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late. Knowing Amy's probably covered a fair distance already, but we still have a shot. Let's take it. Okay, we gotta go Caravan Rivat. Also, y'all have forgotten Tepe. Ooh. Okay, we've made it to Caravan Rivat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything. Hold on, look over there. Is that Dea? We're really gonna see everybody today. You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still. It's not my first time, I'll be fine. Cyno! If you're already going to go through this with us, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there. Makes sense. Okay, I'll get ready. I thought we might find you here, which you're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you? Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you. Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this? Nothing personal, it's just a complex situation, and I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it. Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way to Caravan Rivat. So why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you fit his name? Is he Suri's most wanted or something? But also, hey guys, it's been a while. Day and Candace, so nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here. You're looking well, glad to see it. Thanks. Candace and I came to Caravan Rivat on business. We ran to Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people here say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading to the desert alone, with just a son to beast in tow and very few supplies. There's gotta be one heck of a story here. I know it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case, but let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek. No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us. We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks. Well, this is far more complex than we imagined. Still, if he started from Caravan Rivat, the chances are his route took him via our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him. My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you. Ah, come on, I need to get all this serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're in the city or something. That's the deal. Alright, so you all set? Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted. Alright then, we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here. And don't think you'd be imposing, you can depend on us. Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble. Did I not talk to people I should have talked to? It's these guys. Did I miss out on talking to like a hyphen? Well, it's too late. They would have left by now. Cyno should count us lucky that Kaiko and Tignari got him when they did. What was he thinking trying to play the lone hero? It does test the character of all who enter it, and only those with wisdom and courage shall prevail, but take heart with his companions by his side, no harm will come to Cyno. Whatever they're getting themselves into, I just hope it isn't too dangerous. Get home safe, everyone. Gods above, I pray that you will see the goodness in their hearts and give them your protection. Okay. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to our village. I love this. I'm just teleporting. And as soon as I teleport in, the quest just triggers. I don't have to go anywhere. I'm just close enough. And because I'm teleporting, I don't fall off of things. Because that sometimes happens and it's very sad. Hold on, there's a few things I'd like to clear up. Go on. So after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk. Clearly you've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the Academia is a fake. Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence? I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives you my powers. Hermanibus is the original founder of the Temple of Silence. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of the time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kave noted the symbol emblem on the letter. Without that, I didn't know if we would have collected the dots and realised there was more to this case than mere extortion. I do not recognise that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say. No, yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kave. And for Ahaiham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage. Cyrus must have recognised it right away, right? Otherwise he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it, if his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours. I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation, and whenever the conversation turns to Hermanibus and the concept of spirit and dwelling, he avoids going into any depth. Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realise, don't you? Now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way. I'm aware, and I have accepted it. Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route, so I might as well accept that you're coming with me. That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not, so the best option now is to try and look out for each other, huh? You can't get rid of us. Fair enough, then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city. Works with me? Alright, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us. Hello. Mahamaja Cyno? I'm looking for someone, so I'd like you to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of our village. And describe Cyrus's appearance and provisions. The match of the description passed by our village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his son to beasts, then he went on his way. Where was he going? Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. Said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. If you have a map, I can mark out the direction he was headed and the best routes to any nearby oases. I have one. Mark away. Great. There you go. Thank you so much. You were a great help. Oh, you've got a really good memory. Ah, you're quite welcome, just doing my job. Best of luck, I hope you find him soon. Okay, where are we going? Head to the oasis and continue searching for clues. Oh, this oasis! Okay. Well, let's go here. We're gonna see. I guess we gotta go this way? I feel like we're going a weird way. I am gonna steal a flower, and I am gonna go through a sand pile. And then... ooh, and there's some more stuff. To steal. And there's some mushrooms. Oh, and there's a chest. Here we gotta fight the mushrooms. Let's see if we can do it without setting them on fire. You know, the vibes. Oh no, there's a crab! Oh gosh, okay. Scorpion, come this way. Come this way, away from the mushrooms. So that I can hit you with the fire without setting fire to the mushrooms. Whoop. There we go. Okay, now I set fire to a mushroom. Oh dear. I was hoping I wouldn't, but then I guess I'm not that lucky. Oh, maybe I have enough actually. I've been gathering quite a few mushrooms in the last couple of quests. Oh yes, the chest! Let me grab the chest. Oh, this is fine. Let's grab this. Oh, there's another chest. I don't wanna grab it. So we're just gonna go around. There's another chest. Oh. Clearly I haven't done my desert exploration very well. I'm failing miserably. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. Oh no, Hida. This is fine. Let's just stand here for a sec and let the heater be that up. And then we can go over here. We can grab this. Oh, we can grab this. Ooh, can I? No! I was really hoping that wouldn't happen, but no luck. And there was just one sunset here. Ah, very disappointing. Okay, anyway, we're supposed to be going this way. There's another chest. We're gonna go by the chest. Okay, okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, small barrels. Anything in the barrels? Oh, potato! Yes. Every time I find a potato, it makes opening the random barrels worth it. Okay. Okay, let's go to where we're supposed to go. Hold on, I see some people over there. Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know? Should be. I'll... Oh. Oh. No, I'll do it. Huh? Why can't Cyno talk to them? What difference does it make? Given my background, my appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things. Hello there, hope I'm not interrupting. My friends and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions? This guy. Is this the guy they've been marketing for as a new character due in the next update? He looks too well dressed to be a non-named character. Oh, a missing person? Huh, sure. What do you want to know? I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details. It's a silver-haired guy in a long robe, cultured tight with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone. We're not exactly, like, you can see us. If they're suspicious of Cyno, he's like right there. He's in the line of sight. Oh dear. He's sounding like a sore thumb around here. Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him. And now they're making eye contact. He's looking behind me. Oh, and he started smirking. He knows. Uh-oh, that guy's looking our way. Your friend over there stands out a lot too. Well, too late. Hey, aren't you Cyno the General Mahamatra? This guy's eyes are scaring me. I don't know. They're too bright. Yes, that's me. You don't seem surprised that I recognized you. It wouldn't be the first time. You're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you? I have a bad feeling about this guy. So do I. So does Cyno. Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? You need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not? I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken. Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they'd put up a better fight than most mercenaries. Now you hear that, guys? You're my henchman now. Suits me, as long as I get paid for it. Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience. Alright. Come with me, all of you. Where are you taking us? Don't you want to find your friend? Silver-haired, long-robed culture type with thoughtful eyes. Sounds like there's a whole other side of Cyrus that I didn't know about. Uh-oh. He knows his name. So you know where he is. Just follow me. I'll take you to him. Very suspicious. Oh, Kira, you going to bed? Good night. Have a good sleep. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Hello. Or not, he doesn't want to talk. Do you want to talk? No, you don't, but you do want to stare at me. Okay, well let's go this way, I guess. Oh, I don't trust this guy. Ooh, there's some... Okay. Do you, have any thoughts? No, he has no thoughts. Oh, dear. In here. What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here. Is it an invisible wall? Please step back. What is this coming out of the ground? Is that the symbol? What is this enormous building doing here? And how is it so well hidden? King Dash's technology? Wait, hold on. Who are you guys, really? Is this the Temple of Silence, so you'll remember? All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later. Are we being kidnapped? I'm not sure. Enter the mysterious area. Okay. I don't want to go in here. It looks scary. But I'm sure it's fine. We'll just go in and it'll be fine. Oh, this is big. This is not what I was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. I thought we were done with these. Oh no. Ah, Paimon's scared. Okay, Paimon. I'm a little scared too. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this guy is the guy Uraka met in the tavern? What's wrong? Thinking about your professor? I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret. Me too. I hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath. Well, there's only one way to find this out. Oh dear, I hope Cyrus is okay. We gotta go this way. This place is so strange, so strange. There's so many statues. It's okay, we brought Nahida. I'm sure Nahida will solve all of the problems. Yo! Is this a library? I feel kind of bad, but I kind of feel compelled to break all the vases. Oh, they don't break! That's different. We got a little bit distracted here. But that's pretty normal. Oh, okay, we got too close. Alright, you can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you. You're just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all. They can't have been at the Oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up. This is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here. Now hey, look, that guy's coming back. Don't worry, someone will come and call for you soon. What's your name? Please at least tell us what to call you. Ah, so I guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, if you can occupy yourselves however you see fit. So we're free to explore by ourselves? Yep, I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here, unless I've misunderstood, you'll be quite anxious to see him again. He's right, well, we've got some time, we might as well take a look around. Wait for a bit and talk to everybody. Okay. What is this thing? In my defense, they did say to look around, so you know. There's the guy there marketing? Yeah, thought so. Okay, well, let's talk to our buddies. Okay, Cyno's thinking about his professor. Your agent's even more complicated than I expected. I should make sure I know the way out before we go any further. Smart ideas. I never imagined the true Temple of Science would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything. That's King Deshart's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think it's been preserved intact all this time. We should worry of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound, so that's something. And everyone... Oh, okay. I was hoping it would be some second dialogue, but I guess not. Which means we can go talk to Sethos. But first, we're gonna scan him. These guys clearly care a lot about each other. This is a long way for them all to come. Hey Sethos, have you got some time to chat? Sure. Well, I'm assuming by chat you mean you have questions for me. I don't blame you, anyone else would. So you got a lot of people asking you questions. Not often, the Temple of Silence is a place of quiet solitude. We don't get too many visitors. You're the one who tricked Uraka, right? Yes, that was me. Although tricked is a stretch, he was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He says that nothing was off the table, even if he broke the law, so I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of more for the desert. You framed Cyrus for a crime he did not commit. No, that's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said he had uncovered Cyrus' secret. It didn't say what secret that was. Did you tell him to use that wording? Of course, Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told, and not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me he struggles academically. Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter? You have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you to know is that he recognized our emblem and it was his own choice to take the bait. Do you know Cyno? What kind of question is that? He's a General Mahamacha. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is. Right at the back of the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So what you're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before? I've been in the desert my whole life. I guess you could say I've never had the pleasure. Ugh, why does I feel like this guy's not being straight with us? Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up in front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to. Have you ever been into the academia? No, not once. Really? I don't need to go there, not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place. Are you saying you have spies inside the city? Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in, and you can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street. Well, that's what I wanted to ask. There's a person. Ah, here he is. Okay. Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here. Oh, well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Bamon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you're here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out. Professor! Cyrus, are you okay? Ah! No, watch what you're doing. My apologies, we have no intention of causing you distress, but you must understand Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and the Temple of Silence he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now the time has come to demand payment. Are we gonna have to fight all of these people? I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me, but you got it so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all too young to get involved. That's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to cover it from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail. Some things in life catch up with you no matter what you do. You shouldn't have come, let alone brought the others. Tony didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did, to rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth, otherwise it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind. My secrets are secrets for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune. You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students. You nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognize our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Chiraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you knew what you did. Your own guilt convicted you. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanibus, to bring a new hope, new opportunity. But then you betrayed us, you bargained for your independence with your past contributions, and then you left, taking with you Hermanibus's might and the wielder of his power. This sounds I don't know enough about Cyno's backstory, but it sounds a little bit like this is a bit of a cult. And Cyrus was one of them, and then he took Cyno and he ran. And now they're trying to bring back Cyno, who is like the, I don't know, prophet, I don't know. But this is not looking good, and it does look like we might have to fight them all. We both know what I said to you that day, that as the leader I grant you permission to leave, but that one day the sands of time will catch up with you, and that when that day comes you must pay the price you owe. Oh dear. Ooh, that was dramatic. Huh, you really know how to hold a grudge. Hermanibus's might and the wielder of his power? Does he mean you? Professor, anything to say? Bowman is right, I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanibus together. It was a great It was a great daring plan and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Science had been bereft of Barnabas for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bauman proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Barnabas, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Barnabas would then dwell within the vessel. Oh dear. This is not looking good. Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment, but we soon discovered the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Barnabas' power. In the end, Bauman offered his own adoptive grandson. This guy? One of the child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Barnabas' power. Uh-oh. For many years, the Temple of Science had been in possession of 2 bar fragments from Barnabas. As remnants of his raw power, they were indeed exceedingly rare treasures. Their subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed to approach the bar fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round, and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both bar fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments in the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment. Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me. In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives are spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I've always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your bar fragment dealt us a devastating blow. We've been in decline ever since you left. It's not a good sign when he's referring to him as an object. I see, so that's how I gained my power. Look, in essence, I borrowed your bar fragment for a decade or so, and now you're seeking justice. If you want to take my life, then so be it. I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is a General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the academia. I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you are our final hope. You'd like me to return my power? As a follower of Barnabas, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now it is time to reclaim it. Oh dear, that power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods who cannot take what they have bestowed. You're wrong, Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child Sethos has the same gift as he. So those are your terms for freeing the professor. Despise me all you want, my sins are my own. The Temple of Science is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned, and I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then. So what you're saying is the power of one bar fragment is not enough. You're asking me to return the one in my possession so it can be implanted in him instead. Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it? He's no longer a small child, but regardless, this burden is ours to bear. Your objections mean little given that you turned your back on us long ago. Both my heart and my mind are telling me that what you're proposing is a terrible idea. However, don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is more yours. No more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand. I know, but if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then there is nothing to debate. Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say the Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus, then we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table, then we can have a discussion. Wait, there's it. So we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid. Ha, fate smiles upon us after all. I am not liking the sound of this. This is such a dodgy... What's going on? Everything we have longed for, Barnabas will provide, perhaps this very day. Oh, this guy's gone crazy. Who's coughing and dying? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no. Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in a really bad shape. Balmer's condition is critical. He must have been forcing himself to act strong. His eyesight must be failing him too, otherwise he would have noticed Hinari's ears right away. Balmer, you take our leader back to his room. Zethos, you... Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Homonibus would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what ifs. We cannot change the past. I don't like my grandfather. The Temple of Science has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill, so it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're free to leave, except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once, and now I'm giving the rest of you yours. You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Remind me a lot of Balmer in his younger years. I just truly wish the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better. And things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more? If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus. Hidari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Balmer are after is the bar fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him as a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make, and that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the bar fragment for the professor, correct? I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration. I won't forsake my professor, nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision. That works, then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now. Are you sure about negotiating with him? You need to think this through. Everyone lets meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself. Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us. Well, that's not good. This is not much of a choice. It's just, you know, like... But also, I don't think Cyno physically can give up his power. Like, how is he gonna do that? Isn't it, you know, embedded inside of him or something? And also, you know, given he is a playable character, they can't just take away his powers. So this is gonna be something. However, I did see a corridor, so I'm gonna... Oh, we can open the door? Wait, but this is... Wait, but there's another door over here. What is this place? Wait, where are we? Why is there so much stuff? Huh? Is this not like a random quest domain? I thought this was a one-off quest domain, but there's way too much stuff here for a one-off. Why would you put fake people in the one-off quest domain? You're actually letting me explore. This is weird. I don't like this. Well, I do like this, but I'm confused. This is a fake door. Can we leave? Where are we gonna go? I don't know. Well, I'm gonna open the door. Oh, I don't want to leave. I just want to know what happens if I leave. Like, this is curiosity talking. Oh. What happens if I press leave? Oh, okay. Do I just end up at the door again? Do I just have to go back through? I don't want to go back through. I'm so lazy. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the square. We can teleport. Oh, I don't want that. Let's go back. Can we go back? Oh. What if I just kind of go down here? Okay. I was hoping you'd let me teleport, you know, to the tab. Because I don't want to... Hey, what's this way? Is that where we came from? Oh, perfect. Okay, we can hopefully just go back into the temple so we don't have to go around again. Go to the temple this time. And then we can skip the time frame and see where we end up. Okay, I think it said night. Maybe it means tomorrow night. So we'll do that. I hope I didn't send it too far. Talk things over with my companions. I will. Where are my companions? Are they this way? Oh, okay. The group gathers again at the agreed time. Taking some time to reflect on this, if I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man, he tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape. I agree, my master Nufus says the same thing. When Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason. So that's one thing. A few other things came to mind, too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Science, so on that, I don't have anything to add. My memories of this place are hazy, though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the bar fragments. That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion, when vague images would appear in my mind, but I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Hermonibus' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Hermonibus is a real intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then you're not going to give it to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way. Don't make any rash decisions, Cyno. There must be another way. I have no intention of returning. I need this power to protect Sumeru, but the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, so it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Dashwood. So I will challenge them head on and win the right to wield the power for myself fair and square. We're gonna fight people! This reminds you of something Al-Hytham mentioned to me just before we left. He said the Temple of Science was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules. They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own. Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them. It looks like we have the same idea. Turn it back on them now while we still can. In terms of what they cannot refuse, that's how we win this. Sounds good to me. Great, and I just had to start the conversation. Let's go find Cephas. We'll tell him that I know a thing or two about medicine and would like to take a look at his grandfather's condition. We have a plan! This is good. This is good. Wait, it's back this way? I'm so confused. So confused. I am lost. Is he up here? Tethos, let's talk. Have you made up your mind? We'll get to that, but first I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather. I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know. Only one way to find out. Follow me. Keep your voices down, we don't want to disturb him. Tsunari takes out his medical kit and performs a basic medical exam for Bamon. Let's talk outside. Bamon has fallen into a deep coma and his prognosis is quite grave. I am sure your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that, based on what I've seen with patients in the condition, he doesn't have long left, a few days at most. Yeah, I've known for a long time. You were there, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man, but you will see things differently. You have a broader range of concern and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me, how can we end this on your terms? Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Balmond is still alive. You to see it. That's what really matters to you, I know it. Yeah, there's no time to waste it. You know that better than anyone. You know, the two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have very different perspectives from the men who raised you. Right? And you didn't create this incident, they did. But somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions. You're right, we both look at the problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno, this all began because of Harmonibus, so let's end it with a right he himself created. Legend has it that when Harmonibus first arrived in Dotella, he spotted the city's residents. He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several dates, winning the support of many fine people. Their group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Science, and the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rites. The Right of Duels, it's where it all began. Sounds very fitting, I'm in. As a fellow vessel of Harmonibus, your ties to the Temple of Science run deep, so I will permit you to participate in this rite along with your chosen companions. 3 against 3, sounds good. However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. As I know, both of us must put up our fragments on the line. The winner takes them both. How is that going to work if these are both playable characters in the future? How is this going to work? Thanks, I leave with one of the bar fragments as a mistake made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed on the Temple of Science to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front. None needed, we're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Science must release Cyrus and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you. It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock. Well, I guess we're gonna fight some people. How are we getting to Cyno? Where is he? Oh, he's this way. Okay. Okay. Cyno? Oh, he's hiding over here. Okay. Okay. Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now. There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert. You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself. Yeah, that's right. Besides, I've stayed with you ever since you were a small child, so the society thinks of you as its rightful owner. Both the General Mahamatra and for myself. Now, when you put it this way, I have had to overcome a lot to obtain this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that. Exactly. Let's not get sidetracked. We've got to focus on winning. We'll help you see this through. Kaiko and I will never lose. And neither shall I. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that for a variety of reasons fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. Just as Dea said, prejudice pushed people apart. But there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Balmond cares for many more things than he lets on. I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain, he's just doing what he thinks is best. Tomorrow everything will be resolved. Okay. Whoop. And now we wait. And now we stop waiting. Okay, this way. How many buildings does this room have? Oh, it's so big. You know what? I'm sure this place is empty. Okay. We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels for the greatest of all sages. Lord Harmonibus is our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect and reverence throughout the proceedings. Representing the Temple of Silence, the defenders. I thought he was dying. Is he gonna try and fight? Grandfather, you're here. A rite of duels after all these years. I'm surprised by your decision, Sethos. I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me. Oh, he's also got Electro. Okay. Presenting the Academia, the challenges. Ready? We'll fight to have our voices heard. Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle. We come not to debate what brings our challenges here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists' might of Harmonibus himself is at stake here. Now fight until the rightful victor is proclaimed. I'll go first. Huh? Are you serious? I'm sure we want to keep our morale up. I agree, Kaiko is very strong. Sending her out first will definitely intimidate the opposing side. Okay, then you're second. Sure. We have decided. So have we? Let's begin. Oh, I forgot the fact that Kaiko is a bit weak as Kaiko. Judges of the first bout, please step forwards. If we lose, this will be quite embarrassing. I assume it would like reset. Leave it to me. But it's like with Dendro Kaiko. Okay. Fitting, given we are in the Dendro region. But okay. Don't forget, safety first. There you go, you better play nice with her or I will make you regret it. These are mushrooms! Why are we fighting mushrooms? Catch up from the audience over that. I thought we were gonna fight like people, but this is a mushroom. like this is a mushroom. Also, I thought it was 3-on-3. This is 2v1. But I did it. At the end of the first bout, I now invite the judges of the second bout to please step forwards. When you're both ready, you may begin. Let's begin. We're gonna be Tignari? Whoa! Go Tignari, go! We have plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine. Oh, can you please shoot this thing, please? Okay, thank you. Oh wait, we can do this thing. Also, like, these are not people. I was fairly sure we were gonna fight, like, you know, the equivalent of fighting eremites, but like, no, this is not. This is just not. I'm just fighting something else. It's okay. This thing is he has honing, so it should be fine. And there we go. It's quite cool though. Usually you only get to fight with like the main story quest character, but we got to fight with Tignari too. Thanks for watching everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again and have a great day.